Heads up, ready to roll. Good job, good times. You're live. Yep, we are live, ready to roll there. Bring this up here. All right. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Let's see, that works there. It's been a crazy fun day here, as it normally is when we get this close to Christmas time. So, we just keep pushing on. Good evening and welcome. How's everyone doing tonight? Glad everybody can make it. We got another action-packed hour show for you. And we got a couple different things going on. I've got a project printing off here because I haven't had a chance to, it's been a little, like I said, a little busy today. And there's something printing off here that Corey's going to put together for us that we're going to show you and probably going to give it away. So we'll see how that is. Hello, Tanya. You held off on day drinking. So there's that. Hey, so I was just in the back and I got my water and my cup. It's laser etched from Renee. And there's the fridge. And in the fridge is adult beverages. And it was very tough not to just grab the pint of moonshine and come up here and just say, hey, we're going to have some fun tonight. So I totally get your feeling on that. Hello, Kristen and Pilar and Joe and Alicia and who did I miss? And Pilar and Kristen. I think I got everybody. You wanted to start at 9? Yeah, I could. There's no shame in that. We woke up this morning to negative 47,000 or something. The wind was chilly. I came in here, had some quick orders to hurry up and get out because they're like, hey, we're going to be here at this time. One called like 3 hours later and said, hey, car wouldn't start. Things came up. We got busy here, so we're going to stop over tomorrow. So it was a lot of that hurry up and rush to wait thing. So that's always fun. It is a very awesome tumbler. And stainless steel, and then the sear mark. It's a hell of a tumbler. If you're looking for tumblers, Renee can hook you up with that. Renee takes care of all my laser work, and I'm sure she'd be happy to take care of yours. She's working on a growler project for me now, and that's going to be awesome. That turns out, so we'll sure show it on here. Greetings from snowy and cold Minnesota. Well, hello from just cold Illinois. So tonight's show, we will jump right into it. One of the things, I'm going to tell you a little story, and I'm going to tell you, how this all came about and what we did. So today I had our media rep, the cable rep came in to try and sell us some ads. If you know me, I'm a numbers guy, so I want to see what you're doing and what you're going to get us and how we're going to go from there. So I let her do her spiel, and I did my spiel, and by the end of the conversation, I pretty sure she's quitting her job as a commercial salesperson for radio station or for the cable company, and she asked me if she could come work for me. So that kind of got me thinking. What it came down to is the digital side of things, is the way you talk to, is the way you ask questions, the way you do things. So I explained to her how we do our target marketing, how we do Facebook ads, and how we ran a Facebook ad this weekend. I just ran it 2 days. Actually, we did 2 of them because we did one for 20 on one day and then 10 for 2 days. So $30 over 4 days. Ended up producing 315 sales. So not, like out of the park. But if you do the numbers on that, for every dollar I spent, it gave me $10 in sales. I didn't have any upsells with it. I didn't even really have any push things through. What I did was, it was just, here's an ad. It was a link to the local shelter that we're working with. We gave them 25% off last weekend, and hey, you did $300 in sales. So it wasn't like we're just pushing one thing, we're letting them pick and choose. So chances are we're going to run that again this weekend. And now that we have our analytics down from it, we might add some more to the budget, refine the targeting a little more, and hopefully we can double that. But I was going through the process with her on how we do it, what we do it, and how to go about it. And also explaining to her that, on my side of it, looking at things, it's very easy to go to any of these small businesses. What is blue that's over there? I don't even know what that is. Oh, my straw. I thought this straw right here was something coming Dirk, and I didn't know what it was, so I was very confused on that. So sidebar, Joseph, I just saw you joined here. I do have your message. No problem switching those out. There might be something else in there for you. We'll see. And that'll be shipping out tomorrow for you. So back to the conversation with our our ad salesperson. So she was intrigued by what I was talking about, and I was telling her if it was me and if I decided to do on the digital marketing agency side or digital marketing agency, yeah. I said I would go to these local businesses, especially the restaurants, because it's easy to do. Have them give away a free coupon. They're going to do 50 coupons for a free meal. So what's going to happen is somebody's going to go to a meal. They're not going to go by themselves. They're going to bring somebody else. So right there, that one meal pays for that one. Guess what? They're going to get drinks. Now there's that. And most of the time, if you're like me, when I get something that's, a buy one, get one free or a free thing when we go, I usually get the appetizer. I usually get a little more. I usually spend what the coupon is worth, if not more, and then you tip on top of it. So it's a win-win-win across the board for the restaurant because they got somebody new in there. They're probably buying other things. So they really don't have much putting out of it because of what they can do for add-ons. You can sign them up for $500 a month, say, here's your $100 ad spend. We're going to run this, this, and this. And they should definitely be able to recoup that, $600 total investment by 3 or 4 times easily. And so then we started going through different things on how would you do it for the oil change shop? How would you do it for the flower shop? How would you do it for the chiropractor? How would you do it for the yoga instructor? And so I started going down and making my list of things we would do with it. And the light bulbs started going off more and more. And that's when, it kind of realized, yeah, maybe this whole digital marketing agency thing is really where I can excel at and help people at. So that's going to be something that going into the new year, probably by middle first quarter, so February, March, is that right? 3-6, yeah. So February-ish. That's going to be one of the things that we're going to add into our success group. Which now, since Streamlabs just released this, oh look, we can add tickers. Now you can't slow it down or speed it up, so I'm seeing how fast or slow it's going to run with that. But you can still sign up for our success keys, the 5 video series. From our successgroup.com. You can use the code EARLY to save $25. Off of that, what that package is, let me not hit that button. What that package is going to get you is we've got a 5 series video series with success keys. So the first one is going to be determining your overhead. That first one is going to be on January 8th. I think we're doing 8 p.m. We're still nailing down the time just for sure. But that's going to be determining your overhead. Then the next week is we're pricing for profit. You're pricing your products for profit, the triple Ps. And then the third week is workflow and organization. The fourth week is delivery and follow-up. And the fifth week is going to be the marketing overview. Now, once these are done, we're going to, as we go through them, there's also going to be some other tiers and some other classes that are available, follow-ups with it, some other things that we can do to more tailor to you. That's what we're kind of looking for, is putting a whole class schedule together, a whole package, and then kind of a la carte it off. So if somebody wants one thing or another, they'll be able to do that. So, like I said, back to our conversation with the media sales. Because with what they do is when you buy a commercial, they'll give you so many channels to choose from, and then it's just casting a net. You're just, you're guessing who's watching these channels, but, based on their analytics and showing, here's their demographics, here's this, here's all the information that they have of what they say the average viewer of this is. But that's what you're getting, is just the average from it. Whereas when you're doing things like Facebook ads, you can go in and you can target people. If I wanted to choose 40 to 55-year-old females that were single parents, that had limited education or lots of education, if I wanted to target if they had a full-time job or a part-time job, I think you can still do that. But the analytics are there where the audience is there to build from, so you can pick out who you want to target to. So you can really refine your targeting, and when you do that, then it's when you can really start seeing things kick back on. Those are good to go. So perfect. You can't. That's great because it's on that side of it, so you can't even really see what it is. So you'll be surprised about that. As it is something that we're working on, I will have it added to the site tomorrow, maybe tonight when we get done with this. We're going to go ahead and put things out there, but we'll see how all that goes. So with when I was talking to her, that's where the conversation came, to, I didn't try to sell her. I tried to, have her sell me on why I should do commercials. And then I sold her on why I shouldn't do commercials. And so you have to learn when you're talking to people to how to carry on the conversation, how to lead it in the direction that you want it to go. Now, at the beginning of that conversation, I didn't plan on leading it to, hey, you're kind of good at this digital marketing thing. You should go ahead and, help teach others or start an agency, because where she said, it totally makes sense to me, but I'd like to work for somebody and have it done. And I said, well, we could work out a deal and we could just split commissions on it, and I'll train you and I'll help you do it. When you're ready to go on your own, great. And until then, I take half. She sounds on board for it. So it wasn't something that was meant to be, to go that way, but hey, when things come up, you just follow them. So when the way that Jesus, it scared the hell out of me. Whoo. Yep. So yeah, I forgot you have to use the skizzers with that one. That was a scary one. So where was I with that? The whole conversation things were like this. I shouldn't be talking as much as I do. With her, it was more asking questions. Why this? What that? Why did you feel this way? How do you think this is going? So what? One of the things that we talked about was, when you're selling, it's all about letting the prospective. Is that right? Prospective client. Perspective. Yes, prospective. Prospective. Your prospective. Perspective. You're my prospective client, not prospective. Right. Per or pro, ladies and gentlemen. I would need you to go ahead and put that in the comments. Are we doing per or pro? So prospective? No. Prospect? Because prospect, right? They're a prospect. I don't know. Why don't you guys help us out with that? So when you're trying to obtain a client or customer, whatever capacity they are, you need to find things out from them. Prospective by Tanya.
You can't even say her name right.
I totally say her name right. Oh, there's another one. Christian. Pro. Yeah. Thank you very much, ladies. Oh, that's a third prospective. Oh, C's earned degrees, baby. Don't pass up my English. Whatever. So that makes me feel good, because perspective is a point of view. Yeah. Thank you. It's often confused with prospective, according to Google. Now, if nothing else is taken away from tonight, we learned the difference between prospective and perspective, and it made me smile. So back to this, leading a conversation on where you want it to go. I've got notes here, so we'll go through those, and it's leading the conversation. It's you want to have the customer do the majority of the talking. It's a 90-10 rule. 90% of the customer, 90% of the conversation should be them talking, and 10% of it should be you talking. Now, with this, I should have had slides. Renee and I talked earlier, and I ran this by her, and she said, "Great, put some slides together." So I started doing that, and then I had customers, and I'm sorry. I don't have slides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them together and I'll post them in the group. So I'll have the slides together that go with this. So that way you're able just to, follow along the pictures with that. Pretty simple, because it's a 90-10 rule. 90% of the time, the customer should be talking. 10% of the time is you can be. So that 10% of the time, 90% of what you say should be a question. So you should be asking questions during your talk time. Of that 90%. Of your 10%, 90% should be you asking questions. And then of that 10% time you're talking there, 90% should be about you talking about your product or service. Yes, my English submajor, what can I help you with?
Whatever, I usually bury you in that.
Is there anything else you would like to be corrected on by the Jeopardy master here? I did not think so. Interesting. So, Renee gave me a little bit of insight. Tiny. I've never heard that before. Tiny. It's their interest, not yours. So I could totally post that. I'm going to create a banner, and it's going to be, because I can't spell, their interests. Oh, yeah, I can't spell. Not yours. Which I should totally have these ready to go, and I'm going to start getting better at it, I promise you. We're going to put that there. So their interests, not yours. You want them talking about them, not you. You want them talking about the things that they have going on. She totally didn't do this the way I would have did it, so this is going to be awesome. I would have totally put it all together and then did one cut with everything on it. I would have used the other cutter too. A good one. So there's one over here on the counter that I would have used that one, because you're gonna, it's more than likely gonna tear, because you got to get all the way through it. You guys are getting a project. So what you want to do is, there's the framework for conversations, and like I said, on the first part of the 90-10 rule is that 90% move this here a little for me, and then I think I can do this without it causing too much trouble. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah. Okay. So 90% should be talking. The talking should be done by them. On that second part of the 90% of the time that you're talking, you should be asking questions. And then for that third 90-10 rule, conversation should be about your products or service. So about the things that you sell, the things that you do, things that you can provide to them. And the way you do that is you ask questions. There's five. That goes what I got here. Five things that are going to help you lead the questions. And I did it with Renee earlier. When I ran this by her, the first question is what? So today I said, what did you have for lunch? So as I ask these questions, play along. Say what's in your head, because what I want to do is I want to bring somebody on a live or get you on a call or get you on something, and we're going to go through this. So, what did you have for breakfast? I sit there and listen to your answer. Then I ask you, or what did you have for lunch? Ask, Renee that. And hers was a buffalo chicken sandwich. So I asked her, why'd you choose that? Because it was what was in the fridge. Then you can ask how. How'd that make you feel having it? How did you make it? How did you decide to add this to this? So you ask, a how. And then, would you have it again? Would you make it that way again? Would. So you ask leading questions to get them to continue the conversation. And then you follow it up with when. When was the last time you had that? When would you have that again? So you keep asking these questions to keep leading them through everything. So at the end of it, you carried on a conversation, and they did all the talking. You, on your side, didn't do any talking. You just asked questions, and you let them carry the conversation. So that's pretty easy, right? Just asking questions. I know some of you, it's hard to get in front of and talk to you. And I know that for a fact, because a lot of you have not done homework. A lot of you have not got on the group and posted your introduction. And it's tough. It's tough getting on here just talking and trying to get outside your shell. But you have to do that. Oh, look, 2 regular guys at Reggie's. I must have hit that one. Go ahead there. There's still time to vote. Voting ends this Friday. Chances are I'm not going to pull anything off, but I'll take all the votes I can get. So thank you very much for that. But their interest, not yours, is what the main thing there is. So I'm going to catch up on comments, because I've seen somebody offer up violence, and I'm not for violence, and so I'm not for Corey smacking me, because I will tell, because it is a live video feed. She's got a 4-foot safety ruler that she's going to threaten to smack me with, and I do not appreciate that. So prospective means expected or expecting, and is used in the context, used in the context of something that is likely to happen in the future. Is always an adjective. Perspective is a point of view or an attitude. It is always a noun. Okay, so that is way too much English for me because I am bad with that. But I didn't know the difference between those two. Totally forgot about homework. Well, Tanya, we'll let you slide on that because you did post a couple of videos. And if you haven't seen those, go back and watch those. She posted her setup for the craft show, or not the craft show. Hers was at the hockey rink when they were doing live pressing there. So it showed their setup, showed the banners. Shameless plug, we can go ahead and print banners. So if you want retractable banners like that, we can take care of you there. If you need the table skirts, we can take care of you there. Need little signs, you need any of that stuff, magnets, whatever, we'll take care of you there. Okay, but her setup is amazing. Simple, direct, straight to the point. You don't need a big, elaborate setup with it. I think on hers, she had 2 tables in the front, the banner, and then in the back was a table for her to do the pressing, if I remember correctly, and then there was maybe another table for the boxes that had the shirts on it, but it worked out. It looked very put together. It looked very clean and crisp and like she was ready to do business. And then she posted, again, a couple days later, the tour of her place, which to me looks like maybe it was in like an old department store, like a Woolworth, is it like what we would have downtown here. So beautiful space, tons of room. We're sitting in 8,000 square feet, which is about 8,000 too many. So here in the next month, I believe we are moving on out. Now, whether we're moving back down the hall or we're moving across the hall or we're moving down the street to a whole other building, that has yet to be determined. Which knife are you using?
The white one, but
Yeah, okay. You break off the blade, so that's why it's got a new tip on it. I'll show you how to. Here, you want to learn something real quick? I don't know if any of you guys knew this. So, on straight blades, you know, I don't know. Yeah, it surprised me. Some people don't know that little back part. Most of the time, will pop right off, and there's that little slit in there, and that little slit goes right on there, so that way you can break it off. See how simple that was? I could probably show you up here and do another one. So you can put it right there, and that just breaks it off. So that's how you safety break those off. Maybe you knew it, maybe you didn't know. There it is back to you. It was all set, ready to go. But there, if you didn't know that, you learn it. So yours was, it was a great setup there, and in the shop, amazing. So I'm definitely going to, in the grand scheme of things, if I can scale this back here and I can scale up the other side of the mentorship and the coaching side of things, I plan on traveling. I plan on visiting people and doing some interviews and doing some live feeds and live web shows from places. And that's my goal, is to get to that point there. I'd love to come up there and take a look at that place because it was so sweet. And then the showing how the shirt racks that you made, you know, about repurposing, taking what you have, making what you need. Great informative. So thank you for supplying that to the group. It was amazing, and I was super proud of you and happy about that. The rest of you, I don't know what your excuse is. Hey, you know, make time, get out there, do what you need to do. You know, you got to start somewhere. If you can't just get on here and talk to an inanimate object, you know, whether, you know, it's your phone or your webcam and that, and guess what? You don't have to go live. I didn't say go live. I said grab your phone and just make a video. Take 37s. I don't care. Get it so that way you're good to go with it. You're happy with it, and then go from there. But when you get that one chance to meet that one person and you're in front of them, you know, that's when it's go time. That's when you got to be live with it. That's when you have to know what you're doing and be the best you that you can. And the only way to do that is keep talking in the mirror. Keep doing your elevator speech. If you're not sure, write it up and post in the group. Hey, here's my elevator speech. Does it need help? Because a lot of times what you write down is what you're thinking, and then you say it out loud, doesn't sound right. It may not flow well. It may not convey the message that you want it to. It just may be too long. It may be too short. So go ahead and do your elevator speech. Type it up, and we'll go ahead and critique it. I'd love, if you can't post a video of giving your elevator speech or your introduction, type it out, put it out there, and let's help each other create great ones of those. So that way you're fully ready to go in there to put it out there. Whoa. So Kristen's dog ate her homework. True fact, I did have a dog eat homework. It was our dog eating our kids' homework, and legit, the dog will eat anything. It's his. I haven't got it through to him yet, but it is what it is. Plar, but I'm really good with math. I am fairly well with math, with basic multiplication and addition. Now you get into some of that weird stuff with trig and and that. Not the greatest, but basic concept stuff of when we need to math stuff, reverse engineer numbers. I did that with our client or with the media sales rep today when I said, "How much money do you want to make a year?" And then she says, "I want to make 60,000 a year." I said, "Okay, if you want to make 60,000 a year, and let's just go with 50% growth of what it is." They said, "You need to sell $120,000 of media in a year." I said, "Now, really, when you're doing this, there's nothing but you don't have any overhead. Unless you're buying more coaching classes, if you're buying training seminars, if you're buying stuff like that. So let's just say, if you're going to use 20. Let's break it down so it's easy math for us. 120,000, right? You're going to use 20,000, so now you have 100,000. So what's that come down to a month? 850. Is that right? No, that's not right. 8,500 is what you need to bring in a month. Somewhere close to that. So 8,000. We're going to go with that per month because in there's 4 weeks in a month. That's $2,000. $2,000 a week. So if you have the 8,000 and you can have 16 clients paying you $500 a month to run their digital ad for them, take care of their digital marketing. Do the math. There's 22 work days. I mean, that's like working one day with one person all day, and you still have extra days off. So you can work with everybody, get everything there. It's cake. Then if you're getting good at it, up your price. Now you're doing $750 or $1,000. Now if you have those, that same 10 people that you started with, or that same 16 people, right, that we said, at 500, and you're making 8,000. Well, now bump that up, and you're at 1,000. Now you're making 16,000. So that's where it all comes to backwards math that I like doing. Let's see. We're gonna go here and look at the comments now to see where it is. Let's see. Yep, Tammy set up there. Pilar loved the video of the shirt racks. It does get easier the more you do it. Yeah, you look like a veteran pro at it. Yeah, you really. Yeah, you did. Yeah. We'll have to fix that. We'll get some wood putty and fix that. He says my hubby was right. It was never in my wheelhouse, but I'm getting better. Hey, how does it get better? You just do practice. Melanie, hello. Glad you could join us. Like I said, getting in front of this and doing this consistently, that is what it is. It's all about trying to push yourself outside of this. Now, one of the things that we're doing on this success keys is we're giving you the foundation to build your empire, pretty much. If you want to take over the world, hey, go for it. If you're happy bringing in $60,000 in sales, and by the time everything's said and done, you bring in 25 grand, hey, I'm good with that if you're good with it. You're the only one who can set your goals. Everybody's goal, my goal isn't the same for somebody else's goal. I know that in 2 years, it's going to be, we'll see when the deadline comes here, but it should be at the end of 2023 is when my Tesla Cyberpunk truck is going to be delivered, and I'm going to be super happy about it. Corey's not happy about it because it's an ugly truck, but hey, I want that, and it's going to be here, and there's my 3-year goal. It's not everybody's, but that's what's going to happen. Deposit down, sweet. We're going to make that happen. In between that time, we're going to just keep killing it and keep, pushing our stuff farther, keep your own bigger, keep doing what we can do to help get to that goal. So that's the big thing, is setting goals. And when people say, don't set a goal that you can't achieve, why? So let's do another math numbers here. So let's say that if you did sales every day and you just wanted to do $100 a day in sales, that's $36,500, right? Easy math on that. Well, what if you set your goal for $1,000 a day? Okay, so that was, the whole 10x rule. You set it 10 times more than what you want. And so if you don't hit your goal of $1,000 a day, but what if you get $500 a day? That's still $400 more than what your original $100 a day goal was that you had. So get your goal, and then when you hit it, 10x from that. Keep building up from there. Every inferno has started with a spark. right? Something small. Everything is, look at the biggest, devastating forest fires. They didn't start with somebody coming in and dropping a bomb of fire. It was started by a cigarette, a lighter, a lightning strike, something small that started it and created all this chaos and damage. It just grew and grew and grew. So that's how you have to think about your plan on how you want to do it. Is everything starts small. Start with that small little spark and let it ignite into the bonfire inferno that it is. There's your little nugget of info for it. I got that, right? Awesome. So one of the things, those turned out really nice. But I'm not sure how they're going to, I'm going to see how you're not even going to see this because I'm going to move this over here and we're going to see how they photograph because I'm testing out new stuff. You guys are going to see it here somewhat first, but I'm not sure if what I have is going to work, so I want to kind of work with it a little bit more, but I'm definitely giving these ones away. They might not be the greatest, but they're gonna do the job, I think. The big thing is on how it all looks in the pictures, because everything looks great when you're doing it up here. Yeah, didn't turn out too bad. Great. So we might be able to use those because then we'll send out some samples and we're going to add these to the website and we'll be good to go. So does anybody have any questions on what you need to do and how to lead a conversation, how to keep the conversation going to the point that you need it to? The big thing is ask open-ended questions. Don't ask yes or no answers. Don't give them the ability for that short out. Don't make that small talk of, what do you think of the weather? Does anybody really care? Unless it's like some crazy fun stuff that somebody's talking about. It's better to not say anything, to one, make it about yourself, and two, make it about something that's not meaningless or not that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, making it meaningless, that's the thing. We've got one of the other things that I was talking that I had in here was resist the urge to chime in. And I do it and I catch myself doing it, and it's so hard to stop doing because it's so easy to do. And we've all done it because we think it makes us relatable to the customer, where someone says, I'm going to so-and-so, or I'm getting these shirts for this. So we had a customer, and I know my last one I did, is customer came in and their 40th birthday party was in Cancun. The resort that it's at is at the same resort that we're getting married at. So of course, and I said, when she goes, we're doing these shirts for Cancun. I'm like, oh, great, Cancun. Where are you going at in there? Oh, we're going here to the For You Palace. I'm like, oh, really? Like, that's where we're going to get married at. So then I turned around and made their conversation about me. It wasn't, a bad thing to do. It was just interjecting yourself in there to not make it about them. And I should have just let everything go with it. But we ended up getting sale from it. So it still worked for, those 12 birthday shirts. It worked out great. But I find myself doing that a lot, where I will interject where I shouldn't, because it's so hard not to, because you feel like by doing that you're relating to the customer, and you are, but at the same time you're not making it about them. Now you're making them think about you and what you're doing instead of you thinking about them and what they're doing. So we got that going for us, right? There's that little tidbit. So that goes back to what Renee said about Tiny. Their interests, not yours. Keep it about them, not you. Focus on them because they are the one who's paying you. You're not paying them. That's kind of how it works. A lot of times it's just listening. You can have we'll print out these cards and why, how, would, hey, it's very standard to go where you can go with any of them and keep it going on from that. What we got here? Free, thanks for showing up for us. Rejoice Customs, glad you can make it here. Renee, I think we're all guilty of that, so it's no big deal there. Joe, 2650. I don't even know what that means because that's not even a real time. Melanie just had a conversation with those hoodies we did that worked out because the venue was not heated. It was a win-win-win, and now we picked up some stuff on. Great, awesome. And that's the thing is, I'm always trying to look for that next sale too, and it's tough because I'm comfortable with where we're at sales wise, because I know if I want to go to the next level, I'm going to have to hire somebody. I'm going to have to hire people in here to do it. And it's not that I want to give up control, it's that bringing on that additional expense of employees and insurance, unemployment tax. What's that other one? Workers' comp. There's so many other ones there that I have to deal with, employees calling in, employee problems, employees' feelings hurt. Right now I have to worry about Corey's feelings being hurt, and that's hard enough for me because I am not always the most easygoing person. I can sometimes be a handful, and I welcomely admit that. I'll admit, yeah, I can be a handful, especially like this time of year where it's a lot of these one-off and two-off things where it's like, here's two shirts, here, can you make this for me? Here, can you make that? Yeah, we can do that. I this time of year we do a lot more of the under 12 things, and so it just gets to be more stressful because it's taking more time away. So it is tough to do. Joe, on the 2650 for sub, that I don't know, but there's a website that you can go to that that will tell you what Epsons are available for converting or not. Let me put that. I'll put that right here because it's a great resource for things like that. So if you just go here, right? Yeah, such a D move, right? But if you, I would have to go to Google and look for sure. I think Cobra Ink, where I get mine from, will tell you what's compatible with what. So check with your ink supplier too. Now there's Cobra Ink, Ink Owl, Ink Pro. Is that the other one that you can go to that you can buy ink from? And most of them will list on there what theirs is compatible with. I would stay away from any of the eBay ones or the Amazon ones because over the years I've seen way too many people buy those and it not be sublimation ink. So make sure you're buying from a reputable place, a place that has reviews, something that definitely has a Facebook page that can help out. I know Sublimation Cove has their own set of inks, the Cosmic inks. I've not used those, but I at least know that they have a group and it's supportive of it. So that's another place to check out too. Maybe I'll give them a call and see about what that. If you want an Epson printer for sublimation, get the ET1650. Is that the new one, Joe? ET1650. Oh no, that's the Eco. Yeah, that's the big Eco tank. It's like $900 for it. If you're gonna stick with it, yes, go with that. I would not recommend a continuous ink system with the carts on the side and the little damn feeder hose that goes to it and you refill from that. Biggest pain in the ass. I had nothing but trouble with that. It's just stay away from that, especially if you're new to it. Refillable cartridges and like a 7610 or one like that, perfect. You might run some issues here and there, but you're squared away on that. The Eco tanks are definitely the way to go. You're going small format on that because everything's off to the side, so you're just able to fill it in and go from there. So it really just depends on what you're doing with that. Yes, I think Cobra does have it on there, and Cobra Ink is who I use. I've had great luck with them. I know some others haven't. They've been a little lacking in customer support or this that. I've personally never had an issue with it. So if I haven't had an issue with things, I'll tell you. If I have an issue where say I purchased something, and it didn't come as as advertised or it was off, I'm always going to give whoever I'm buying from the benefit of the doubt first because we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all burn shirts. We burnt one today. Buttons melt. What can you do? You didn't have it underneath the press right. You had it in the way and melt some buttons. So just got to get a new shirt. We've all hit the wrong button when we've ordered stuff and the wrong thing has showed up with it. So things happen. You just have to know how to deal with those when things happen. You have to know, that it's not the end of the world. I sometimes may be a little, exaggerative or expressive when something doesn't go right, like the sky is falling. But I have told Corey many a times just to grab my hand and tell me it's going to be okay. That's where I just take that breath. At the end of the day, we are not making anything that is going to, change the world tomorrow. If something doesn't get done, what's going to happen? Somebody's going to get disappointed. Customer, be upfront with your customer. If you're not able to meet your deadline because of something, let them know. That's why we do, right now we're 5 to 7 business days out. And that's what we always say. I can get most stuff done within 2 days because we order something today, it shows up tomorrow, I can have it done tomorrow. But they're going to pay extra if they want it there. Like this, these ones they're not picking up till Saturday. Ordered yesterday, it shows up today, pressed it, no load buttons. So what happens? It goes in tomorrow's order. It'll show up on Thursday. I have it, and I can still call them on Friday and be like, hey, guess what? You know how we had told you to come in tomorrow? It's done here today. They don't know about the issues beforehand. So, take that when you have a mistake, which you will. And if any of you are starting in sublimation, you're going to have plenty of mistakes. Know that. Believe that, yo. You're going to have plenty of mistakes. You're going to mess up tons of things. Most Dollar Tree items are not ready for sub. So if you go and grab a coffee mug and think that it's going to work, it is 9 times out of 10 not going to work. Some of the stuff will, but one of the things that I suggest is go to a place like Condi and look at their clearance section, because a lot of it, they'll do the old phone cases that nobody wants because, it's a phone case from 5 years ago. And they have them for pennies on the dollar, and you can scoop them up, and those become great testers for products and stuff. So, it's a great thing to get your colors in, and how aluminum presses. And I've known some people that have taken those and taken them to the scroll saw and made their own custom ornaments in that. So, hey, there's something else for you. You got it. You go. Any other questions? Anything else we can help you out with? Because I see this nice little setup here, and I don't know if I'm able to. I'm gonna have to. So one of the things that I decided today is I need to dedicate more time to this show, and getting things ready for prep, getting more slides together, more information in there, so that way it's just not me rambling, and I can show you and get things. How does that happen? Well, I need to spend probably a good 10 hours over the next week going through how to do this, how to put this here, how to present myself better to the people out here in TV land, as we shall call it. We shall call it YouTube land, Facebook land, how to put it out there. So it's all about making yourself better and just honing in on your craft. It's when you're doing sublimation, you just keep at it, and eventually everything starts to come together. It's the same thing with this. As I do more of it, things will come together with it. I'll do more than just take notes. I'll actually have cards that'll go through it. I'll have slides. I'll have a great little setup. Excuse me. So it'll be a goal. So you guys get to come along for the ride. Yep. Just the polyester. That's an old school trick there. Go to the fabric store, go to Joann's, go to Michael's, go to wherever. I think Walmart even carries it at most places in the fabric section. And get yourself that 100% poly, and just practice away on that. At least get your colors right and get you in the good spots there. So that's all part of it. If you want to get better at anything, you just keep at it. It all falls back to the riding the bike. You didn't wake up one morning and hop on the bike and just go. If you did, sweet. But most people, you had the training wheels for a while. You had to get your balance in. You had to be good to go. It took you some practice. Business is the same way, man. You got to work on your business if you want to succeed at it. You need to keep building, and eventually you'll build it to a point where it's on autopilot, like riding the bike. You don't even think about it. You just get on and you just go. You just wake up and the business is just going. So that's a great goal to have for it. Great goal to do. How you doing? We have 22 of you here, and like I said, what we're going to start doing is we got a giveaway. That the way that you enter in the giveaway is you go to our YouTube channel, which is right here. If you go to our YouTube channel and like and comment on this video after it's over, we'll do a drawing. Now, what is this video, this magnificent giveaway this week? This week, we're going to do some photo backdrops. What is a photo backdrop? Oh, I'm glad you asked. A photo backdrop. So we've got two of them. And what these are good for is, I see this is where I need to take my picture at. So here, look at that. So now you can put that in there. I'll link to the light box that we use. It's got a little cheap one, that you're able to put the light in, put everything up with it, and go to town on. But to create your photos, so instead of putting them up on your, on a table, on a desk, we use these for our little stuff. We're going to, I'm going to do one up for our mannequins and that for the bigger things. So when we do for the photo shirts and that, when we put stuff down there. But if I could get, I might be able to make this work if I can balance stuff. I think I can put a whole little package together here and show you. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gonna work amazing. So I like this one better. So see how that sits here like this, and let's say that mug, and then see, now you can take a nice little picture of it. So that way it puts everything in there. So these, my friends, are going to be available on the website. We are going to have different textures and styles and patterns to choose from. So that way you're able to get from one custom for you. If you have your own that you want to put together in it, your own photo print or background or image that you want to do on it, we can definitely do that for you. No issue there. When you're looking at these, 12 by 12 is going to be $14.99. And if you go 24 by 24, that's going to be $29.99. So we're going to put these together. I'm going to start. These are the first ones that we put out that I want to see. I think they're going to hold up well to lighting, and that's going to be the big issue because when it comes to lighting, you don't want the reflection off it. So with this semi-gloss, I think we're going to be good with it. If not, we'll switch over to it. And it's going to be practice for all of us. So we're going to give each one of these away this coming Friday. So Friday, sometime after 3. I can't give a guaranteed link to it. Or here, let's go ahead and put this up here. That's the YouTube channel. That's where you go to get that. See, free? Funny, you've been debating making a photo shoot box. Just take better pitch. Well, look, see? Now you can get something like this. Like I said, $14.99 for the small ones, and then $24.99 or $29.99 for the big ones. Excuse me. But we'll put that out there. We'll put a code. Once these ones will go live tomorrow. I'll put a code in the group. So, what group, you may ask? So, if you're watching on the YouTube, you can go to our Wholesale Group, which is right here, facebook.com/groups/FatDadWholesale. Join here. We're just under 1,000 people, 1,000 fun people. We're kind of all like-minded, same small business people. There's some big business people in there, but the common goal is to make everybody as successful as we can. So come join the group. There's a couple questions you got to answer. That's it. We'll get you in there. We're going to start putting codes in there. So when you order stuff from Fat Dad Wholesale, you're going to be able to, there's your personalized code for that. What do we do? Well, we do printed HTV, which we're going to have pattern HTV. So I know we're really close to Christmas, so putting some patterns out there for Christmas. I don't know. We can throw some stuff on there if people really want it. I don't have a problem with that. I think we're going to start there as soon as Christmas is over and start with the, Valentine's Day in February. So then we'll start with those patterns there, and then we'll have our St. Patrick's Day, and then our Easter, and then kind of our summer, spring, summer. That would, going to be more fireworks and that, 4th of July-ish, red, white, and blue, your softball, your baseball, patterned vinyl for that. So that is on the horizon for us. These are in the process. These 12 by 12 and then in 24 by 24. Those are in the process of it. We are the other new products that are coming up. I had a list there. Let me pull up. It is, we will have stock thank you stickers. So if you want to create your own thank you sticker with your own thing on it, we'll have it so you can set up and pick from there and go to town ready to go on that. I've had people ask if just a general price on like left chest logos. And I said, yep, we can do that. Usually we quote it all out, individually based on the job, because, some are bigger, some are smaller. So I think we're just going to, here's a set price for these sides and go from there. We're going to do our best to be able to provide you with the most things possible. We offer flags, banners, decals, printed HTV, perforated HTV, Klingon, the Klingons, not the Star Trek ones, but the static Klings. So we're going to try and give you our full product lineup on there, so that way you can buy whatever you want. If you want a car wrap, here's it is for the price on that. We can put everything in together for you. So we're going to have everything, build it little by little. Tough time of year to do it here, because we're putting in 10, 12 hours a day here in the shop. Go home, eat some dinner, put in another 3 or 4 hours there, try to keep things in line with here. So it's a tough time to still try and do that, but these things, great. So if there's any patterns that you want to see in this, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments of this video. Let me know in the comments on the YouTube channel of what kind of patterns you want to see, because I have some, and that's the thing that you have to learn as you go, is maybe what I like isn't necessarily what you like or what a customer likes. So you got to remember that too. Stick up there, ask questions. I'm going to ask you guys, what kind of patterns do you want to see? Excuse me. What kind of other items do you want to see offered? I know there's questions about, what other things can we do? Can we offer laser engraving? I have a laser engraver. Its name is Renee. Renee helps me with all my laser engraving, so that's who I send my stuff to. I want to partner with different people that as they come through me, hey, let's work together. Let's work hand in hand to help grow each other's businesses and move things forward in that right direction, because together we can be a great little community. And that's the plan behind everything from there. Let's see what else we got here. Heidi goes into thrift stores and picks up all kinds of fabric. It's way cheaper than the fabric stores. Hey, perfect idea. Go for it. Free, what are you going to win this week? You're going to win a photo drop, right? That's what you're going to win this week, man. We'll get you on there. Candy says, sweet, sure. Everything's sweet. Sweet black candy. Polyester felt is very inexpensive. And so let's look at this comment. So if you're on the Facebook feed, there's a spot for StreamYard for you to go to, and then you can authorize to use it. So that way, when I see who it is, it doesn't say Facebook user. It'll actually tell me who you are. Let's see, let's see, because these are all on the YouTube side. YouTube. Yeah, see? Look, perfect. See how that works? So when you're authorized on it, it works out pretty well there. Because I can see where it's coming from, whether it's Facebook or there, but on the Facebook, you have to put it in there. So, like there, no clue. I just have to guess who that is on it. Yes, these are nice. I think this is something that is going to be, a game changer, especially if you're the brick, the corrugated rusty metal. I believe I have both of those in my digital textures ready to roll. The wood was the two closest ones that I had. And I like that. I like this turquoise wood. I like it. I don't know if anybody else does. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but I like it, so we're going to start doing that. In the backdrops, we'll be able to change it up. So not only will you have the pattern ones on here, but we will also do, you'll have your standard ones like that, but I was thinking more themed ones too. So here at Valentine's Day, you have a heart background. At St. Patrick's Day, there's a St. Patrick's one. You can go along with it there. So I think we're going to offer a whole bunch of different stuff like that. So the same patterns that we offer through, on the printed HTV, like buffalo plaid. We can totally make a buffalo plaid one. Just like if you need buffalo plaid HTV, we can totally print it out for you. So it's pretty sweet, pretty good to go. I want to help you build your business in any way that I can. One of the ways that I do know that we can help you build your business is if you do go to oursuccessgroup.com, which is here, and join our video series. Our video series right now is sitting at 150. It drops down to 125 if you use that code there at the bottom. If you use that code there at the bottom, If the success keys enter early, they'll save you $25. We're going to start that on January 8th, 5-part series. And during that, we're also going to start releasing more products. Like I said, if you need help with just Facebook ads, or if you need help with general marketing, if you need help with website evaluation, if you need help with product development, if you need any help that you need, the goal of our success group is to provide you with the knowledge, the people, the contacts to help you succeed. And if we don't know it, Aaron or myself, we know somebody that does. So we're definitely gonna help out with that. If any of you are experts in your giving area or given field, I was talking to who was I talking to earlier? I was talking to, I have it because I wrote it down in my notes. Will Sparks. I was talking to Will Sparks. We talked about Etsy a little, and his wife does amazing at Etsy. She definitely should put a program together. Here's how you sell on Etsy, and not wait 2 or 3 years to do it. Put it together now, because things can change in 2 or 3 years. So, look back. If anybody has any of their rewinds in the the last 10 years, everybody's doing that 10-year challenge of picture then, picture now. Look how much technology's changed. Look, 10 years ago was when the iPad was released. What was life like before the iPad? What was life like before the iPhone? Everything changes. So, you got to stay on top of it and keep moving it from there. So if any of you are, experts, or you don't even have to, nobody has to call you an expert. If you feel like you have something to share with us, let us know. We would love to start, working with you to help us help them. And, it's a win-win for both of us. Free wants to know, when are we going to start talking about racing? What kind of racing do you want to do, Free? We've got Daytona in 6 weeks. Is that right? Something like that. Close to that. No, it's longer than that. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, pretty close. I'm going into wedding mode here in about 3 weeks. So after the first of the year, we've got we're sitting about 10 weeks out from wedding. So I need to get some stuff in order and rock that out. And if we're going to be moving a store, I've got to do that. So rock start up. Like I said, anybody got any questions? I'll leave it open for we've got 3 minutes here. If we don't have any questions. Are we doing tacos tonight? I'm assuming we're going to do tacos tonight. Did anybody see my Sancho that I get? Oh, that thing is amazing. That thing is amazing. Where'd it happen to melted shirt? Melted shirt around? I don't see melted shirt. So, like I said, when I told you earlier, mistakes happen. So, it's a simple left chest logo, right? But the buttons did not like the heat press. So, that's always fun when that happens. So you order another one. And somebody suggested that I could just cut off the buttons and resew them. And I reminded them that I have a wholesaler. I could just order shirts that come with buttons on them. Which we totally could do that. It's only 3 buttons. I can learn to sew 3 buttons, maybe. I doubt it. I'm not a good sewer. What is the beer flavor for tonight? Man, I don't know. We'll get home. We'll try that. We've been posting. It's been a great family thing to do together. I don't think we're on day 10 now. And I think there's probably been 4 beers that I like. There's been 1, 2. There's probably been about 10 wines that Corey does not like, or 9 because we're on day 10. She hasn't found one she likes yet, and she makes the best faces when she tries them. So I would suggest that if anybody can go out and find those advent calendars from Aldi's, that where it was?
I wouldn't recommend buying them.
It was either Aldi's or Jewel.
Aldi.
Yeah, it was Aldi. So if you have one of those, go see if they have any left in stock. Spend the nice chunk of change on it. Get caught up with me, and we will totally do this together because I need a companion and compadre in it because it's some bad stuff. Let's see. Pilar asked, I was thinking of offering a discount or something to my past customers as an end-of-year blowout, or offer a 10% discount if they post a pic of my stuff on social media and tag me. What you think? Okay, so it all comes down to your production time. If you have the time available to offer a discount to bring in more business, great. If you're already backed up with things and you're trying to make time for things, no, because then you're just creating more work for you and you don't have the time to do it. Personally, I think on this, 10% off is an easy one to do, especially if you have a code that you can give them and they can use it off the next order. Because here you go. You're getting your stuff, you're getting your name out there, tagging it, hashtagging it, tagging in the Book of Faces or in the Grams Insta, and then you'll be good to go. Even better, get the kids to do, a nice little TikTok with you on it. But put that stuff out there. 10% is, I think, the easy way to go for future orders, and then set an end of year blowout, so you don't have to worry about that. Could they be entered into a drawing for posting? Absolutely. That's a great one there. Or they could be entered in a drawing for posting. Yep. Tanya has a great idea on that. Corey creeps me every time, and this is why I do it. It's awesome.
She hates that name.
You hate it. Oh, I didn't think about that. She's probably pissed every time I say it wrong. It's probably like, damn Todd doesn't know how to say my name, shaking her fist at me. Yeah, but people love games. I mean, like this, we have 21 of you here, and I think we might get 10 of you. That we might get half of the people here that enters into the drawing of the contest, where all you have to do is just leave a comment on the YouTube channel. You can like and subscribe to it. Awesome. But that's all you do. And this week, you're winning these. We'll ship them out. So how sweet. I think it's amazing, that I give away free stuff. And hey, you guys get to learn it. And what do I ask? Take pictures with the stuff. Show that you got it. Show that it works. There's a couple of people that I'm still waiting on emails to get back to me with shipping addresses so I can ship stuff out. And then, it's going to sit there. I said, Joseph, yours is going out tomorrow, and your trade out is good to go. So it does crack you up that we go back and forth. Awesome, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate the fact, Tanya, that you appreciate the fact that that's an email one that I have to not deal with right now. Yeah. So, yep. Do I have something for you, Vicky? Did you win something, Vicky? Vicky, I don't think I have you on my list. If you won something, send it to me. Email me, Vicky, because me and are we going over your artwork? Oh yeah. Ship me. Don't shoot me. There's nothing wrong with poking a bear. In fact, when we go to Wisconsin, Corey's pissed because she doesn't get to see bears. Even though when it's on the news, they show bears all over. She has yet to see a bear, and that's kind of a disappointment to her. Yes, Vicky, we got you. Send me a mail. Send me an email, because we'll convert. We've got some new stuff, and we'll probably with art. Just message me, Vicky. Vicky's art loves me, and I'm afraid to take her logos, because God knows it's going to turn into an awesome project. ETA on the canvas print. Oh, on canvas print. So we're sitting at, I guess we'll go through that in our shipping times. About 3 to 5 days out on everything, plus your shipping time. So if it's something that you need for Christmas, make sure you have your order in by next Monday at noon to guarantee that, because with that 2 or 3 days, then, if we have to do, no, I said, should I send wine with artwork? Yes, but it has to be good wine. But if you've got anything that needs out that you need by Christmas, sooner the better. But typically, most print jobs were 2 to 3 days. I'm saying 3 to 5 now, just to give you time and me time, because if I'm telling you 3 to 5, you're telling your customers 5 to 7. If I can have that out in 2 days, and boom, I'm going to have it out and I'm going to have it shipped to you. And I'm not going to charge you the rush fee for it. Now, if you need something quick, yeah, you're getting charged a rush fee because we're going to bump stuff around. But that gives me time to kind of maneuver here.
Well, I don't know if she should give it 10% off the whole order, a single item. I have lots of teams. They order $1,000.
It depends, Pilar, because it depends on what your would you offer 10% off whole order or single team? I have lots of teams. It depends on what you're doing, because if you're already giving them a cut of that, you know what I mean? If you're giving them a percentage of the sales, then are you double dipping giving them another percentage? Or if you're taking off, if they have a $1,000 order and you're giving them, say, 10%, then they're getting $100. Now, if they have $1,000 and you're taking away 10%, and now it's 900, and then they're getting 10% of that. Now it's only 90. So you see what I'm saying? So I think
if you give the customer that places the order, percent off.
Can you guys hear Corey? Or should we bring her around here? See, she doesn't want to be on here. So
if you give them the person that orders the percent off, then when you figure up your amount to give back to the team, then you're giving them a lesser amount anyways.
Correct. So it depends on which way you want to do that. Like I said.
I mean, I'd say your whole order.
Corey says your whole order. I say single item. Just because it's easier that way. If you want to do anything like that, maybe throw in an extra thing. Say they get tiered out. So if they order this much stuff, if they order $100 in stuff, they get a free tumbler. And then Pilar, where we did the decals, like your glitter ones, take those, put them on the Bling Anything, and order up some tumblers, and there they go. They spend $50, they get a tumbler. And what do you pay for that? $8 or something? $7. Or a $100 order, they get a free tumbler. I don't think she wants to be on camera, Tanya. So I can try, but I don't think she wants to be. It's like pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Corey just says no, pay no attention to her. But I can try. Corey, would you like to join us on camera and say hello? She says she would love to. She said she would love to.
You're a liar.
But I would offer it a tiered thing. So offer, if they spend X amount of dollars, they get X amount of things. If they spend X dollars this, they get this and this. If they spend this, they get this, this, and this. So stack the offer. So start with, here's your typical thing. And like I said, add to it. Add stuff that, one, is inexpensive to you, and two, not time consuming to do you. So if it's things that you can bang out quick that are cheap to you, that adds value to that customer, that is what I would do. I would just tier it out to give them stuff with that. I don't think Oz wants to come join us. But like I said, so we're giving these away. If you want to see how it works again, we're gonna make this work here. I'm gonna use this handy dandy step stool here or whatever. And you don't need both of them. You don't need two of them. You can just do one, but two looks good because you're able to, like I said, take this one and you can put it there on that to make a flat edge. And then you can put your item on it, which if I was smart, I would probably have one of my own things on it, but there's that. And there's that. And now you have your nice little floor and your nice little back to take pictures off of. So then you can get some lighting, you can get some other stuff, you can create a sweet little box for it. I'll put the link up in here after this is over for the light box that we use. It's straight from Amazon, so it's easy enough there. I'll also put it in the group, the same one that we use there, because we got the light set up with it. It's a collapsible, foldable one. It works out pretty good, so I like that. All right, work it. All right, anybody got anything else? Yeah, they like you. They would really like to see you. Corey's wearing a sweet Fat Dad holographic shirt. It'd be amazing if she showed you what it looked like, wouldn't it, folks?
You're such a dork.
It is. It's the sweet holographic. Oh, look. Oh, hey. Look who's coming to join us. But I like it. It's one of our favorite things. I think I can turn on the camera. Ooh, look at that. Look, you can say hi.
Hi.
So there, we got her on there. So, like I said, these are super simple, easy to do. Go leave a comment in the YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, share, do all that. Let's spread the word and get as many people as we can here. If you go here to, we'll run back through things. If you go to our YouTube channel here, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment on this video. We're going to draw 2 winners. Now, you may get 1, you may get 2. We're going to do a couple different ones. So it may not be these ones. It may be other ones. We're going to put a couple different ones out there.
Them, are they coming on the phone or are they coming?
They are coming just like this. So when you purchase them, they're coming just like this. So they're coming on the phone because it's on foam core, ready to roll. And so you don't have to do anything else. Unless you like that, unless you want them unmounted, and so you can mount them on your own thing. I know some people that we got them for were just doing them as a roll, so that way they could hang it up and just kind of have it swoop down and put on that. We can do that for you. So we can totally custom it for you. Look at all the love that Corey is getting from everybody. Everybody loves Corey. So many people love me, I guess. Womp, womp, womp. So that's what we got. Go there, like, subscribe, comment on the video. That's going to stay open until Friday at 3 p.m. Central. I'm going to go through the comments. I'll reply to each and every one of you, because each and every one of you that would comment are going to get a number. We're going to start at 1. We're going to go up to how many comments we have, and then sometime Friday night, probably 6 p.m.-ish Central, we'll go live, do a recap of the week, check in with everybody how they're doing, and then we'll do a giveaway. Simple enough, right? Like I said, in the meantime, if you need more of us and what we do, come on over and join us in the Facebook side of things. You can join us over at our group, Fat Dad Wholesale. That gets you over to our group. Yeah, that does get us over to our group, because I was thinking there has the more to it. But if you can't find it there, the group name is Fat Dad Wholesale Presents Business Basics. Now we're going to be shortening that name, because now that things have happened in Facebook land, we're able to focus more on us and what we do without feeling the restrictions that might have been in place before. And so now we're able to kind of do our own thing and do that. So I'm kind of super excited about that. And I said, we still got time to vote for the Reggies. If you vote, awesome. Throw your votes behind me to win Best Guest. I really appreciate that. For the rest of them, I totally put my support behind the whole TRW team, because without them, I don't know if I would be where I am on the knowledge that I have on product side of it. Business side, I'm good to go. Product side, I've worked alongside Matt, and he's really helped me develop some things on that. Learned a lot from him. You can learn a lot from them. You can go to their YouTube channel as well at the Rhinestone World. You got over 3,000 tutorial videos to walk you through everything from your Graphic to your Cameo, to how to press shirts, how to press rhinestones. It's all right there for you to learn them. Basically, how to business in the box and start with decals or rhinestones, HTV, anything with that. So I highly recommend that page for them. Now you can also go to our success group. This is where to sign up for our 5-part series for the success keys. We'd love to have you along for that ride. That's going to start on January 8th. 8 p.m. is what I've tentative time for it. Our first video is going to be determining your overhead. Now, in this one, we're going to walk you through. You're going to get little sheets with it that, so there's going to be some paperwork involved that you get to fill out to walk you through how to determine your overhead from that. So each week, you're going to get a little piece of knowledge that is going to help you build your business and hopefully start your 2020 off great. You got to determine your overhead, pricing, products for profit, the triple P's, workflow and organization, and this is how I do my things. It's one of the things Renee helped me with. So we'll walk you through how I do my board, how I do it, the process of what we do when we order things, how we order things, our whole walkthrough on that. And then we have, delivery and follow-up. So how do you, are you delivering it to your customers, following up with them? Simple, everyday things that, the basic keys to success for your business. And then finally a market overview, which, my main focus on that is a lot of just, the simple stuff that you can do for free on Facebook. You don't need Facebook ads. You don't need to pay for them, but they definitely help. But post on your page regularly. And when I mean regularly, I mean 5 to 10 times a day, because somebody's always looking at something else. And you don't always have to post your product and post what you're doing. You can totally just post about the weather, post about an upcoming school event, post about an upcoming community event. Just post things out there so you're always in front of everybody. So I guess there are some comments I need to just go through. It does take a village. TRW, they new on Facebook, on YouTube. Yeah, they're relatively new. I think they're about like 9 years old. They just have a few videos. He talks a lot. He used to have late night labs where we'd burn stuff. So it was a great time. Some weird guy, Matt. Will be another Facebook group for the success group. Okay, so that is a great question, Honeybee Creations. And the simple answer is yes, but it's going to be a little more involved than that. We are going to have, there's going to be kind of, like I said, tiered out, where a lot of the knowledge is going to be available in the Business Basics group, which will be renamed, and we're trying to figure that out there. Then we have a membership group, which that's going to, in the grand scheme of things, our goal is to provide at least 2 paid webinars every month to go through things with you, and one in one facet of business, whether it's marketing, it's nailed down. So like this one could be on Facebook ads, this one could be on Instagram ads, this one could be on TikTok, this one could be on copy, this one could be on pricing, this one there's going to be so many different ones, and a lot of it's going to come from the information you provide us on what you want to learn more of. Now these will be able to be purchased individually, so anybody can get them at any time. You can just go and watch it and download it. You'll be able to live access to it when it's going on live. You can buy it after the fact. With a paid group, you'd be able to access all that for free. So you'd be able to, you have your monthly fee. Each one of those videos that we post, so if we posted 6 videos in a month, you're getting all those free because you're in that paid one. So that's our goal for that. And then the inner circle one, which is going to be more hands-on, more one-on-one time, more us doing chats like this, which it's one-on-one, maybe even some visits, or we can fly down, drive down, wherever, see you, help you with that, more of that mentorship, more of that accountability. And what I'm looking at it is, it's not, a business coach, it's not, a mentor, it's not your friend, it's more an accountability coach, an accountability. There was another word that I was putting out with that. We're going to be your accountability. We're going to be the ones that, hey, I can give you all the tools to build a house, but that, doesn't mean you can build a house. You need to practice, hammering nails before you can do that. So we're going to put it in there. Sandy, yes. So we're going to put it in there for that. So we're going to do what we can to give those ones that want to do it. And over the years, one of the things that I've learned from doing, especially any paid training, is I took plenty of free training, and the free training just kind of, because it was free. But anything that I've paid for, any of the monthly subscriptions that I do, I take that knowledge with me. I imply that knowledge. I do what I can with that because I've paid for it. Now I'm invested in it, and I expect something back out of it. So it's kind of the same thing with us, where here's what you're going to get. We're going to be right there with you. Nothing's going to change on the free group. We're still going to continue on same conversation there. Next group is just going to be a little more in depth in things and more focused on those business things, the new topics, things like that. And then of course the inner circle is this, where there's going to be, there's only going to be a few spots open. We're going to try and keep everybody together. We're going to try and do powwows, where here's everybody there for it. So that's what's on the horizon. Look for those things to come. Like I said, one more plug, go to YouTube, watch this video, let it replay in the background, get us our minutes and watches up, share it. If you have other friends that are in the industry, share this around so that way we can get as many people here. Like, comment, enter a drawing, giving these guys away. So until next time, which is going to be Friday, sometime at 6 o'clock, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you then. See ya. Maybe. Not yet. Oh, yeah.